is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 10 costumes in the game. This is a list I made like a while ago, like a month ago. Probably more than a month ago, I did the top 10 worst costumes in the game. Went back and looked at it. Oh God, the sound quality on that was terrible. Anyway, but yeah, I went back, looked at that, and I was like, oh, let me go ahead and do the top 10 costumes. I had it written down. I just had to put it in order. And actually, let me get my my notebook. I got my little notebook here. Like, it's kind of okay. So funny enough, little background. This is the notebook I take around with me everywhere to write down like my DC Legends ideas, and then this is the notebook I use for like the rundown and stuff I'm going to talk about throughout the actual episode. So in any case, top 10 costumes in the game. Part of the costumes, I have to say this, is the fact that I'm only, like with the top 10 worst, I'm only going to give the ones that I actually have the skin of. So some legendary, some of my tunes are legendary, so I don't have their normal skin and don't even remember what it looks like. And I didn't even bother going back and saying, like, let me see what it looks like. Forget it, it's gone. Also, some of them are not yet legendary. So I don't know if their legendary skin is that boss unless I've already seen it like in a game or a match or something like that. So in any case, that is just like a heads up. I'm doing it based on the costumes I have. In the comment section below, tell me your favorite costumes. Go ahead and say it now. See if it ends up on the list. Also, there were sound issues in the last episode. I got a lot of comments on that, and I deeply apologize. This is why you see the microphone so close to my face. The problem that I'm having now is like I'm trying to upgrade some of the equipment, but still have the MacBook Pro sitting here. And right now, I don't even know if you noticed, I'm putting my MacBook through so much stress, and it's also, I think it needs maintenance, that the fan is whirling like big time. Like, this thing sounds like it's about to take off and bomb some small country that doesn't deserve it. So you know, I'm trying to work through those issues, but I brought the microphone closer just because, like, in all my experience of like making, like, I used to love making short films. I still love making it, just don't have the time. Like, making short films, sound is usually more important than video, and so I'm trying really hard to get the sound right on this. I got a Rode mic about a month ago, and Rode mics are really high quality mics. Recommend them for anyone who's looking for a microphone, but they usually use for filmmaking. And so I do like my Rode mic. It's not the mic's fault. It's my fault for not having a proper setup. Also, I did change up something, and let me know, like, I'm telling you guys all this stuff because those comments and that feedback I really do need and I really do like, because I'm trying to improve the quality of everything overall on my channel. And so I've also done this thing with a different kind of app where I can mirror stuff. And the reason why I'm doing that is because now I can really use OBS like this, and I can actually like shift things and actually like show you stuff and prepare scenes in a proper way. And actually going back to it, this website here is amazing. DC Legends Toolkit. I should probably like hone in on it a little bit, but DC Legends Toolkit is an awesome resource. Great for, and actually, you know what? I'll go through it just a little bit here, but it has like character guides in here. You can check, you can filter by physical, mystic energy, physical damage, special damage. Whenever I'm looking up stuff, trying to find stuff stats wise, buffs, debuffs, effects, affiliations, gear sets, etc., etc., I come to DC Legends Toolkit. The guy who runs it, he's done a lot of hard work, and it's greatly appreciated. And also on the streams, you'll see some amazing Twitch streamers, but I got to be honest, I don't know the Twitch streamers that, well, I do know the boy. Actually, I do know him. He was the one who recommended that I always bring a taunter into PvP. Okay, there are a few of them here that I know, but I've never seen their stream. Let me just put it that way. And then also the YouTube channels. You have 2D-tron, then you have yours truly. And, you know, 2D-tron is amazing. And I'm going to go ahead, WROL, they get a huge shout out. Hopefully you guys can still see this, as my head might be blocking it. But guess what I can also do now? Booyah! So these are some great YouTube channels. Go check those out. Also, go check out the streamers on Twitch. Like, spread the love. Find these guys. Check them out. And then also check out DC Legends Toolkit. Awesome resource. Okay, so let me go ahead and put myself back. Ooh, let's not make it black screen. See, still trying to figure this thing out. And I'm gonna leave that in. I'm not. You guys get to see all the dirt. Anyway, So there's that. So I apologize for the sound issues. The comments are appreciated. If there are issues that you are seeing, don't feel like you're tearing me down or something like that. I need that stuff. Be positive. Don't start cursing at me. But I need that stuff really to make the channel as great, better, the best that it can possibly be. So that to the side. The Ultimate Kit Challenge. I'm actually releasing this video before the video I released yesterday, the one that might have potential sound issues, so I apologize ahead of time. But Ultimate Kit Challenge, I'm going to end the voting on Saturday, so that means you get to vote through Friday, and then the winner will be announced on Monday. So go ahead, go to that link below in the description section, in the pinned comments. Click on the link, vote for the kit that you think is the best, Eugene Choi or Ravager's kit. There's a video that I did about it as well. Go check that out. Vote on them and then decide who wins that $50 grand prize. Help decide who wins that $50 grand prize. On top of it, as we keep going down the rundown. Oh, I'm also going to do a video, and I won't be able to release it this Friday. I'll probably release it Monday as I announce the winners of the winner of the contest, and that is like a full Red Alerts video. There's been comments again when I said that Red Alerts was farmable. I'm going to go through like just my strategies for Red Alerts. I'm going to try to use just only farmable tunes. It's going to be a little bit different because I'm 70-11, but just to give you guys insights into how to use the synergies and stuff, that video will be coming, I'm thinking, on Monday. If not Monday, then Wednesday. Anything else? Oh, also, PvP Academy, I'm doing the intelligence. I finally got Constantine up to a reasonable level. Let me just, as I'm just babbling on and on and on, Constantine, who could make an appearance on the best costumes list. I have Constantine finally to a level almost. I need to put some more blue rings into him to get his abilities up to where I want them to be. Basically penultimate. I don't think I'm gonna take anything really, only a couple things ringed out. And then I will go ahead and work on or film the PvP Academy Intelligence Edition. And then on top of that, PvP Academy, what's coming up next, what I will be recording next week, and they'll be just released intermittently. It will be, or along the way, I should say. It will be intelligence ups is next, intelligence ups and downs, the explanation of that. Neutralization, so basically any way to neutralize enemies using buffs, debuffs. Evasion, go ahead and go into evasion comps, and then stun. And then the biggest thing is when I'm on vacation, I'm going to try to record that whole beginner's guide. I had a big beginner's guide that was like an hour long. I'm going to try to record that all over again. So that is what's coming to the channel for the DC Legends side of things. We won't get into Marvel Future Revolutions. I'm going to do some other formatting stuff for that. And at the end of this video, there is going to be a mailbag. Now that I have completed this like 8-minute long introduction, and hopefully everything comes out great, like this new setup has me a little bit nervous, here's what I'm about to do. So sorry guys, got some technical issues going on. Of course, with the new setup, that is what it is. But so we're just gonna go ahead, get into the list. Coming in at number 10, I mean, I have to be honest, I have this affinity for hooded like heroes for some reason. Don't ask me why. Maybe that's part of the Batman enemy, even though he isn't like hooded. It's kind of like the same concept of like concealment within darkness and all of this stuff. But coming in at number 10 for me is Cassandra Cain. Not this costume, actually, not this skin. It is this skin. I think this is her original one. I think this is the normal skin. But at first, I like absolutely loved the hooded skin. Like I said, I love the hooded look. I do it with my Black Adam. I do it with my Red Hood, etc., etc. I do it with my Shazam. But for this skin, I actually do like the more simplistic, I mean, if you want to call it simplistic, but the like no hooded look on Cassandra Cain. I think it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. So that's coming in at number 10 for me. I'm actually like, I keep saying I'm so curious about what you guys are going to think. Next on the list, coming in at number 9, I'm so happy I got this skin. This is Huntress's, I think it's New 52 skin. Absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. Again, the hooded look, I'm biased towards it. Her other two skins, this one is just so like, it's like the girl at Halloween who is obnoxious and tries to play on her sexuality because it's Halloween and so she's allowed to do that now, supposedly, without being like shamed into it for some reason. She isn't really a comic book fan, but she saw the costume and so she's like, oh, that's gonna show off a lot of my skin and I get to carry a crossbow. So like, I don't know. And then this one, I think it's awesome because it looks very, very like utilitarian, very, very militaristic. I love that look. However, If you're asking me, it's gonna come down to Huntress. Also, one thing that I put into this is that I'm not allowed to use more than one hero, meaning that even if I liked both of these skins from Huntress and I think they're top 10, I'm only allowed to pick one. So for each hero, there's only one skin. So that is Huntress coming in at number 9. Number 8. This is just because it's a throwback to my youth. I think that's the only reason I like it. And that's Mr. Freeze's skin coming in at number 8. It's so simplistic, but it's straight up 1993 Batman animated series look. I love that look. I mean, it's an incredible look. What I don't like is this, like, what the fuck is that? Like, why does he have a mohawk within his fishbowl dome? Like, I don't understand anything about this look. This is trash. And then he has like a super soaker on his butt. For those of you, do they even still make super soakers? Are super soaker still a thing? In any case, he has a super soaker on his butt. I remember that one. That was like was that like the N350 or something like that? Like, what do they call those? Like, they all had numbers. And I think the one that was like the cheap one that only had like the one barrel on the top, the green thing that you could twist in like that, I think that was like a 150 or whatever. And I think like for my birthday, my mom got me like an insane one. It was like, or maybe it was Christmas. No, it had to be my birthday. It was like a 350 or a 600. It was like a big old bazooka. It was awesome. And it actually hurt when you shot the water out. Like, it had a warning, do not shoot in someone's eyes. And they were right. That thing it could cause damage. I miss the Super Soaker. I'm going to buy my kids some Super Soakers so I can play with them. All right, anyway. So, Mr. Freeze, harkening back to my childhood to the point of where, is this a super... he's got a Super Soaker here too. No. Okay, I still have to make fun of it, Super Soaker. But I don't know. I still like the costume. I still like the skin. Still my favorite. Seeing the Super Soaker on his butt does make me kind of like, that does kind of break my heart. But I do still love the, well, it's probably not, it's not even the original, is it? But original for me, my childhood, throwback to my childhood, Mr. Freeze skin. That's coming in at number 8. Number 7. I like this skin not just because I like the skin. I like the look, but I like what it signifies more than the look. And that is Aquaman. When Aquaman has this rugged, like, I'm not a king. Like, okay, how do I put it? This one is Aquaman as a prince. Like, I know he's a king, and I know, like, but he looks like a Disney prince. Basically, he is Prince Charming, and it's not, if that's what you're into, that's what you like, okay, fine. But the over gel, sweeped over hair, I'm not a fan of. He has both his hands, I'm not a fan of that. I like and I saw this in Justice League, so correct me if the history's wrong on this, but old dude had to save his son, so he chopped off his hand to go get his baby. As a father, I love that. Go through hell and high water for your kids. So that kind of like, he's got a hook for a hand thing. I absolutely love that. He's got the beard. Like, King ain't got time to shave. I'm out here saving the world and trying to run Atlantis. So I'm just going to have to grow this beard out. Sorry. Like, absolutely love this look. Love this skin. But it's more because of the missing hand than it is anything else. So that comes in at number 7. Number 6. This one was a bit hard. I will say this. And actually, let me just bring him up first before I say anything. All right. Now, Superman. Since his rework, I absolutely am in love with him again. That's why I did the rebirth. Superman has a lot of skins. You've heard me go off. If you have not heard me go off on this skin, I won't get into it because I'm trying not to curse. We won't even go into the history of that. If you guys don't know, somebody comment below and explain it. I'm not going to go through that again. The black suit Superman, I like it. I really, really do. And I ran it for a while, but it's not... I mean, it doesn't speak to me the way it does. This is a travesty. I don't know who dipped Superman in gold, but this was supposed to be, the anniversary skin that we got like a month ago or so. And I've seen people use it. I don't know why you would. He looks like a mineral man. What are those, the metal men that are like, it's DC, right? They have them in DC, right? It's like 4 metal men. It's like bronze, tin, like steel or whatever. He looks like one of them. He looks like gold. And I'm not a fan. He's missing his pupils. Like, none of this is okay. None of this is okay. It looks like, oh, that's what it reminds me of. How many of you saw the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? If you have seen the animated movie, one, I absolutely love it. And I love it partially because it's an amazing movie, but also partially because that was like one of the first books I got I was like 5 or 6 years old. I was part of some program on a TV show, and they let us pick out a free book, and that was the book I picked because it's an incredible book, incredible movie. In the movie, the guy actually makes a gigantic like Jello mold thing, and this Superman looks like he belongs in that gigantic Jello mold. So that's why I don't like that one. This Superman is just the original. You can't really beat the classics. Then you go into this one, which I think is just booty ugly. I don't know why. It's not. I don't have like any specific thing about it. It's just unattractive to me. And Superman Beyond is the skin that I love the most. No cape, sleek look, futuristic. He's got like the pepper on the sides that makes him look like Dr. Fantastic, which I probably shouldn't bring up in this universe, but it's true. He does look like he should be running the Fantastic Four. He's a little bit gray. He's got a little bit of the wrinkles. He's seen some things. S not on his chest anymore for whatever reason. Why? I don't know. Let's find out. So yeah, this comes in at number 6 for me. Absolutely love this skin. I've rambled on enough about Superman. Let's move on. Number 5 is partially because my daughter absolutely loves his skin. When he first came out, I was trying so hard to make him work, and I just couldn't because he's trash. But the skin is incredible, and that is Captain Atom's skin. I love the way Captain Atom's skin looks. His skin is so awesome that it is a shame that he is a garbage tune. He's absolutely incredible. I even like ringed out a lot of his abilities just because I was trying to make him work, just because it was like, yo, you're cool. Work. My daughter loves it because he's glowing blue with lightning and glitter and sparkles. So yeah, of course she's gonna love that. And to me, he also looks like Hades from Disney's Hercules. I like the little blue flame, and if I blow on it, oh, is my hair out? That whole scene thing. Like, I wish he had Pegasus blowing on his head to blow out the flames. But aside from all that, it absolutely looks incredible. I love the skin, and plus on top of it, it kind of reminds me of the effects. And maybe I'll go to him now, just to see, because there's an effect that Spectre has. Spectre's not on this list. No, not it. Never mind. I thought Spectre has. I think that's with Spectre's animations, not with his actual costume itself. So I'm just gonna let that ride. Captain Atom comes in at number 4. Incredible, incredible skin. All right, we're gonna move on to number 3. Number 3 is just kind of, I don't even know if I should leave this one at number 3, if I'm being real, because I was doing the list. I do just like the look of Castaway Green Arrow. Got the hood. He's going through stuff. He's on an island, deserted. It reminds me of, or not reminds me of, but it is like from the TV series Arrow, which I never actually finished watching the entirety of that series. I won't say it got old fast, but it got kind of repetitive with certain things and certain elements that were introduced. For me, I don't know. I just kind of like crapped out on it after like 6 seasons. Anyway, so maybe 5. So I do love the look. I love how it's kind of makeshift, like he had to throw this together, sew it together in the jungle while he was trying to take care of himself. Absolutely incredible skin. Now going on to number 2. Number 2, I mean, maybe I could have put it number 1, but the other number 1 is kind of a sentimental pick. So number 2 is going to be Saint Walker. Absolutely love the skin. If I'm being quite frank, I did not know who Saint Walker was until Saint Walker was introduced into this game, if I'm not mistaken, because at that point I had not read the Blackest Night series yet, and I'm not into the Lantern universe. However, I do absolutely love the Saint Walker skin, and I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking my mind is going to take this to a really dirty place, but it's not. You know who he reminds me of? How many of you have seen The Fifth Element? Do you remember that singer in The Fifth Element who had the head thing like this? Like, do you guys remember that? And she had that weird, like, ho, 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 ho. That woman. Like, that's what he kind of reminds me of. Chris Tucker was amazing in that movie. That's kind of what he reminds. It's a really good, underrated movie to begin with. That movie is incredible. Fifth Element, shout out. But that's what it reminds me of. But I love the glow. I love the eyes. I love how sleek the whole design looks. It looks so clean. He's the best looking Lantern in the game, period. And now going on to number 1, which technically what I just said was a lie, because the next one, the one I'm going to put up now, I mean, technically he was only a Lantern temporarily, but he was a Lantern. He was like a deputy Lantern, and he was like Saint Walker's deputy. And getting this skin was the hardest I've ever had to grind for a skin ever. Hardest I've ever had to grind outside of getting like frags for a PvP Wraith. That was Flash. This skin was one of those top 500 at the end of a raid, and everybody wanted it. You know how I know everybody wanted it? Because I had to like complete all the milestones and keep going just to get this skin. It's an absolutely incredible skin. It burned me out so bad that, if I'm not mistaken, if any of my alliance is watching, like, please let me know. If I'm not mistaken, like, it was such a grind that I didn't do the next raid. I mean, I did like the minimum for my alliance minimum, but I didn't do the next raid because it burned me out on raid for like the next like 2 months, I want to say, where I was just doing like the bare minimum and getting out of there. Like, before this Flash skin, I was always like just constantly doing the alliance boss whenever I didn't have any solo bosses. Now, like, I do what I can, and I still contribute as much as I can to the team whenever we have, those things coming up. However, like the first 2 or 3 months after this, I just couldn't. I was sick of it. But it was worth it. Absolutely worth it. Love this skin. Incredible. My favorite in the game. Flash Blue Lantern skin. So, those are my top 10. You have Kane, Cassandra Kane. You have Huntress, Mr. Freeze, Aquaman coming in at number 7. Number 6 is Superman Beyond. Number 5, Captain Atom. 4 is Spoiler. 3 is Kaga. 2, Saint Walker. And number 1 is Flash, the Blue Lantern skin. So, that's my top 10. Put in the comment section below, who is your top 10? And while we go through, now that I've completed that, I'm going to go through a couple of the comments, a couple of the mailbag, and then I'm going to call it a video. So, Mr. Tomac. Superman is the one causing the OOS errors. I think that is when I was referring to like having to restart like all the time. So good to know. I hope they do manage to fix that sometime soon. Let's go. Oh, not at 1x. Jefferson Cordero. Nice review. For some reason, your videos were my go-to when I was doing chores this week. Awesome. Love to hear it. Anyway, an interesting question for you. If Batman were bitten by a radioactive man-bat and then fought crime disguised as man-bat, would he be man-Batman? Would he be man-bat-Batman or man-bat, man-Batman? Big shout out to the Big Bang Theory. I wanted to try to find my Big Bang Theory t-shirt, but I couldn't find it. It's buried somewhere. But shout out to Big Bang Theory. Now, if Batman were bitten by a radioactive man-bat and then fought crime, here's the question. Was he Batman before he was bitten by the man-bat, or did he become Batman because he was bitten by the man-bat? That's a key question, because Spider-Man was not Spider-Man until he was bitten by the spider, and then he became Spider-Man. Batman never needed to be bitten by a bat, although a bat did fly through his window. He never needed to be bitten by a bat in order to become Batman, so he was already Batman before a man-bat bit him in that scenario. However, if he was just a regular man before a man-bat bit him and then he became Batman, then he would be man-bat-Batman. No, he would be man-Batman. In this scenario where he's Batman already, then he would just be Batman-Man-Bat. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So if he was already Batman and then he got bitten by the radioactive spider, then he would be Man-Bat-Batman. Batman-Man-Bat. Man-Bat-Batman. Where does the adjective go? Because if he's oh no, that's it. Because if he's eternal Batman, if he's, let's use the Spider-Man's phrases, astonishing Batman, spectacular Batman. Those are so weird. The ultimate Batman. Those are so weird to use on Batman's title. If you're using him as an adjective and Batman was already a Batman before he was bitten by Man-Bat, then he would be Man-Bat-Batman. However, if he was already a man, if he was just a man and hadn't become Batman before being bitten by the Man-Bat-Batman, before being bitten by the Man-Bat, then he would be Man-Batman. I guess that makes sense, right? All right, cool. So, moving on. Yeah, Isaac Rich. Also, I can't really hear you. Shout out already, like addressed at the beginning. So WoW spent 7.5k gems and got 700 Azrael frags. Shout out to you, dude. Much love. Then Tobias Keys, I got 120. Dude, this is why I am not a big fan of those range packs. And I know it was like 100 to like 1100 or something stupid like that. So much so that I was tempted. And then I was like, but if I get 100 though, I'm throwing my phone through a window. So I just left it alone. And the Ash is on, just trying to share in his brother's pain. Very sad for you, bro. Try another one. Wish you get 100K or wish you get a K. After, I mean, doubling down and spending 15K on a pack. I don't know about all that, bro. I don't know about all that. Isaac Rich, I use Poison Ivy. Pair her with Doomsday. Ooh. And he gets impossible to kill. That's a good shout. Let me write that down. Doomsday and Poison Ivy. I'm going to try that out. Doomsday. P.I. Poison Ivy. Not to mention when you copy a buff from Doomsday, it is permanent. So now everyone gets strength. Yo. Isaac Rich, good shout. Dog. That is, yeah. I didn't even think about the permanent buff. So now I'm thinking like along the lines of also Spectre when he has permanent buffs. Freaking Superwoman has permanent empowered strength ups. Larfleeze has permanent intelligence ups. Yo, bro, I might have to for my Poison Ivy Patreon video, I might be trying some of that stuff out. Yo, that's what's up. Bet. And I think I'm just gonna call it a video there. There are some others. Yeah. Oh, I'll go ahead. Eternal One, good video, but the sound was jacked up. I had to turn the volume up all the way on my TV, and I'm saying this specifically. It's so weird to think that somebody watches me on their TV. I don't know. That's just strange to me. I assume that most of you watch YouTube like the way I do, is on my phone, but to think like somebody has me on a television while they're like vacuuming or whatever is like, what? That's crazy. That's awesome, dude. Anyway. I used Poison Ivy a lot a couple of years ago, but only on occasion now. She's definitely worth it if folks know how to use her. I like running her with Soups, lead Barda, Wonder Girl, or Spectre. If Ivy needs initial protection, I bring Red Robin or Clayface. By the way, have you done an in-depth with Adam? I haven't worked on Adam at all, bro. Oh, let me find another match real quick. I've not even worked on Adam. He's not even worth it to me. Like, maybe I should. He's actually good. Okay, well, he's actually good, but definitely not great. He has his place if you gear him. Purge debuffs, call assist. Crits harder than more buffs an enemy has. Gains. Turn meter when enemies gain buffs. He needs more survivability, though, so a good team comp is needed. Okay, all right. I might give him a look. I mean, if you just put him with a good taunter, then it should be okay, but all right, okay. So I'm gonna call it a video there. Thank you guys for watching. I drop these legend videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Please like, please subscribe. And if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for bearing with me through all of the technical issues. Thank you. And I'll see you next time.